Hey guys, how y'all doing today? My name is Franchise Fanatic, and welcome back to the channel. And today, if you guys, there's another video, and today we're tackling the new Star Wars movie trailer. This link, of course, will be in the description down below. Whatever gameplay you're seeing, Lego Star Wars, or Battlefront, or whatever. We are, of course, talking about the new Star Wars film coming out May 22nd in theaters, The Mandalorian and Grogu. I am getting over a sickness, a cold, or whatever, so if I sound like I'm dying, probably not. We'll find out. But no, I think this is a Star Wars movie that, and I'm going to be brutally honest, okay? I don't know what I'm going to title this, but I'm going to be honest, okay? I love Star Wars, okay? Like, let's just get that out of the way. People that know me, either through, my channel or through real life, hopefully, if it's one thing they take away from me, it's that I love Star Wars, okay? I genuinely do. Now, do I have problems with some of the writing and acting in some of the films? Yes. Do I hate any of it? No. And I think that's where people got to understand, right? I can critique it, but I don't hate any of it, right? When I say I love it, I'm not saying it's all perfect, but, we've talked about this before, but I am genuinely, I'm a fan of the franchise, right? Like, I don't make videos clickbaiting and saying, oh, Rey's this, or Luke did this, or Kathleen Kennedy needs to die, or, you know the people I'm talking about, right? The people that are very much, either they're like, sexist or racist or what, all the ists of the world, right? And I'm not saying that, you have to be that specific thing to hate Star Wars. There are some people that just don't have critical thinking skills and don't, can't use their brain. Well, we're not talking about those people, right? We're celebrating Star Wars today in this video. We're talking about the new Mandalorian trailer. And going with being honest, not only do I love Star Wars, and I use my brain, I also love this trailer. This was a good trailer. Straight up. Now, I'm also going to be honest and say, look, this movie has had some really bad marketing, okay? It's had some bad marketing. The first trailer was fine, right? It was good. Okay, we saw a little bit of Grogu. We saw a little bit of Mandalorian. We saw a little bit, there wasn't a whole lot going on, right? We saw Sigourney Weaver's character. We saw, at least, publicly released trailers. We saw Mandalorian, in the snowy planet. I don't know where they're at, right? And the AT-ATs or whatever, they're falling off a cliff. There wasn't a whole lot. We see Rhoda the Hutt. Of course, Rhoda, the Hutt Lit, right, was in the Clone Wars animated film. But now, he's growing up. He's doing some gladiatorial combat, it looks like. And a lot of people were kind of complaining about that trailer, being like, oh, the color grading is off. It looks really bad, or it looks unfinished. And, well, to that I say, yeah, it's because it was. It's still, the movie's not out, so technically it is unfinished. But yeah, I'll admit, there's there's that one shot where the crowd's freaking out, Thor Ragnarok style, and it looks kind of weird, right? It looks, oddly dark, you know what I mean? It looks like a very darkened scene, and a lot of people blamed the movie Solo for being very dark aesthetically, maybe in its tone a little bit, but, it's definitely not the lightest looking movie. And with this, it was kind of the same thing, right? Oh, that looks really bad, right? This looks really cheap. And it turns out, yeah, this movie is the cheapest Star Wars film that Disney owned, right? Disney doesn't make Star Wars, they own it. Lucasfilm still makes it, but, the franchise is owned by Disney, and this is the cheapest, version, or cheapest film, I should say, that they made. And again, none of this I'm saying should be conceived as a negative, okay? It looks a little dark, okay? It's cheap, okay? That doesn't make it bad. That's just information, right? And a lot of people were kind of worried. They were like, oh, this might be bad. We haven't had a Star Wars movie in quite some time. This might be trash. Who knows? Bantha Poodoo, right? And then this latest trailer came out, and, I mean, for me, it blew my freaking mind. I thought it was really great. Is this the best trailer ever? No. Am I, the most excited person in the galaxy for this film? Probably yes. I'm just being honest. A lot of people I talk to either don't know about this film, or they don't care about the film. And I'll admit, most of the people I talk to that don't care also are the same people that say Rey's a Mary Sue, Luke's out of character, and Kathleen Kennedy butchered their lives. I'm just saying. Yeah, that's not indicative of they're all stupid, but I'm just when I'm putting two and two together, okay? Just saying. But no, I mean, free thinking aside, I think this is a good-looking trailer. And no, I'm not just saying that because I'm a Disney fan or whatever. No, I genuinely like it. I think it's a good trailer. It's not the best thing I've ever seen, but it was cool to see more Mandalorian, of course. See Din Djarin without a helmet, which is interesting how that's going to work. I mean, I know he gets gets it forcibly removed by the Hutts or whatever, but it's kind of cool that we have that. We've got Grogu, of course, looking a mix between cute and deadly, I guess, with his little armor or whatever he's doing, kind of rocketing off in the whatever planet they're on in the end of the trailer. We also see Sigourney Weaver's character, which I don't know her name, because the movie ain't out. I know there's Lego sets, and they're probably going to spoil it, but I don't know her name. Wait a minute. Maybe I do. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I pulled up the list. We got Jeremy Allen White, who's, I don't know, from that kitchen show. He's playing Rhoda the Hutt, and Sigourney Weaver plays Ward, W-A-R-D. Colonel Ward, maybe? I don't know. I mean, Ward, I guess. I'm assuming that's a last name, but we'll have to see. She's trying to prevent another war. War to war, there you go. And we got, of course, really awesome shots of the Mandalorian killing some looks like snow troopers, if I remember correctly. And then, yeah, we get another shot of Rhoda going crazy, some other Hutts. We see a Argonian, I want to say, voiced by the guy that hates Marvel and everything, Scorsese, and, that guy. And I guess they paid him a bunch of money or gave him some crack or whatever they had to do to get that guy in Star Wars. And then, of course, you've got, some really awesome shots, some good, action scenes with Zeb, Zabarilios, or whatever his name is, from Rebels, which is always cool. Of course, he was in The Mandalorian Season 3, but it's really cool to see him come back as well. So, we've got a lot of through lines from that show, of course, right? Like, if you haven't seen The Mandalorian Season 1, 2, 3, and I would also say The Book of Boba Fett, right? You probably won't know what's going on, okay? Obviously, if you're a Star Wars fan, I would recommend watching all the movies, watching all the shows, reading all the books, playing all the games. It's just common sense. Like, if you genuinely love this franchise, you should want to, absorb more. I don't want to say consume, because that's kind of painted as, like, a dirty word now, but you do want to consume more content, right? Like, as much as that is conceived, like I said, as a negative thing, it should not, like, it should be viewed as a positive, right? Like, you want to do more of what you love, right? Like, you want to, if you have a friend, you want to spend time with that friend more. You don't want to, like, not effing talk to that friend, you know what I mean? If you have a girlfriend, you don't want to not see your girlfriend. I mean, theoretically, right? I mean, I don't know your life, but you know what I mean? In theory, right? That's the idea. So if you love Star Wars or Marvel or DC, whatever, right? If you love Lego or Batman or whatever, you want to do more of what you love. Obviously, right? So, with that being said, I think, you should very much, consume, I guess, more of this franchise. And I think that's a good idea, right? But if you don't have time for all that, or you don't want to watch a specific episode or show or movie or whatever, I don't get it, but, to each their own. There's a little bit of homework you got to do for this, right? Now, obviously, most people know The Mandalorian. Most people know Grogu, okay? There are still some people that call him Baby Yoda. Those are either old people or young people. But at the same time, he is Grogu, and I think this trailer did a good job of painting the picture of what this film is. Because, you look at it and you're like, all right, well, do I have to watch these shows and these movies? I would, yeah, to understand it. But also, the first trailer didn't do that great of a job of actually, like, explaining what the friggin' movie's about, right? It's just, okay, it's a shot of Mandalorian, it's a shot of Grogu, it's a shot of Ward moving from a cookie bowl or a Tic Tac bowl or whatever she's doing, right? And then you see a few Anzellans, I believe. I think Babu Frick, his species, and it looks cool. But that first trailer ended, I was like, what's this freaking movie about? Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, with the sequels, like, or the prequels and the originals, right? Like, Solo, Rogue One, the plot of the film when you watch the trailer. At least, you're supposed to if you watch it. And this, I watched it, and I'm like, okay, I kind of get it. But who's the villain? What are we doing, right? Rhoda's in an arena, and they're playing the music, and that's cool. I guess he's fighting the Empire, but what gives? And then, of course, we get the Super Bowl thing, and that was a load of trash, right? I like sports, okay? But I like franchises better. I don't know if you could tell, but when I was watching the Super Bowl, right, I heard from the Force that we're getting a Mandalorian and Grogu trailer. I was like, let's effing go, bro. This is gonna be sick. Let's do this. And I'm watching it, and then it pops up, and I see Mando and Grogu. I'm like, great, new trailer, cool. And it's like I see Tauntauns, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then I see, like, I think it was a beer commercial or a car commercial. It was one of those. And it was like 15 seconds. And it ended. And then Bad Bunny was screaming or whatever he was doing in Spanish. And I'm like, that was it? That was freaking terrible. And I get it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I get it. I love Star Wars, but it's not all perfect. And that was one where I'm like, this marketing is not that good. You know, like, there's a lot of people, like I said in earlier, they either don't know about it or they don't care about it. And we don't want that, right? We want Star Wars to be popular. And it is, but, you get, Star Wars has to, I guess, win over the haters, which I don't think they should. I don't think Star Wars should do that, in my opinion. I think if people are not going to use their brains and fundamentally understand the franchise, they don't deserve to be in this franchise. Like, go to Star Trek, right? Like, we don't want you if all you're doing is complaining. But, Star Wars, they need, at the end of the day, this is a movie and it needs to make money. And I want it to make money. I love Star Wars. I love this show and I love this franchise and I want to see it do well. But I also don't want it to bomb. And I'm kind of nervous that, like, that first trailer didn't do it, and then the Super Bowl thing was a friggin' disaster, and then finally we get this trailer, and it's actually good, and I kind of have a better understanding of what we're doing. They're trying to prevent some kind of war, I guess. The Hutts, I guess, are threatening Din to kill Grogu, and I guess he has to save him. I don't know. I mean, maybe Din dies. I have no clue, but I think it has a lot of potential, and the color grading's a lot better in this. It looks more complete, obviously, because, we're getting closer to release. But yeah, I think, like, this trailer really sold me, and I was already sold, right? Because, again, I love Star Wars. If you give me something Star Wars and it's canonical, I'm gonna effing, like, consume, you know what I mean? I'm gonna watch it, play it, read it, whatever. I'm gonna try my best to, at least, right? If I was a millionaire, I'd buy all the books, but, I'm trying here. But yeah, I think, as a trailer, it looks really good. I'm not going to keep you guys too much longer because my voice is dying and so am I. But at the same time, it's like, okay, cool. Like, this hooked me, and hopefully it hooked you, and hopefully it hooked other people, because, the people that are kind of sitting there like, oh, I don't know, what is this about? Why should I care? Why should I see this, right? I haven't seen Season 2, or I haven't seen Season 3, or I heard Season 3 was trash, or, Star Wars is dead because there's a woman in it, right? Or, oh my God, it's someone who isn't white, right? So you get a lot of these stupid people online, and in real life, that go online, I should say, that they don't get it, right? And like negativity, it spreads like wildfire, not the Ninjago character. And then you also see a bunch of people going, oh, well, this guy hated it, so I guess I should hate it, And I'm not saying it should work the other way. Oh, this guy loves it, so I should love it. No, like, you should 100% think for yourself, okay? Like, media literacy is down the drain. I say it all the time. Media literacy, for those of you that don't know, it's the ability to basically critically analyze media according to your brain, not following some other guy who has more subs than me, not following some guy online who's a reviewer, right? You want to watch it, play it, listen, read it, whatever, right, for yourself, and then make up your mind, right? You shouldn't have, and I know it's weird saying this is a effing reviewer, right? But that's different, right? I'm not telling you have to believe what I'm saying. I'm just giving you my thoughts, and you take what you will, right? But at the same time, you need to understand, or at least some people need to understand, that, yeah, like, Star Wars is one of those franchises. I love it when they say it's for kids, because, like, there's no way in hell Star Wars is for children when 99% of the adults don't understand it themselves. I'm a teacher at Hogwarts, and last time I checked, a lot of the kids I teach, they don't know what the fudge a Grogu is, right? They know what Baby Yoda is, and they don't know the, all the little intricacies of Palpatine returning, and, all these things that I know, and hopefully you know, right? So yeah, I don't know, that just drives me crazy. But yeah, I think, to end this video off here, give my closing remarks, think for yourself. If you are nervous or on the fence, I would, watch the trailer if you haven't seen it. I think it's pretty good. I'll have a link down below in the description. But go check it out. I mean, movie tickets aren't that expensive, for God's sake. I mean, it can't be that bad. But yeah, I mean, it's I don't know how long the movie is. I'm assuming over 2 hours. I don't see a length online unless I don't see nothing. It comes out May 22nd, but I'm not seeing anything. If you know, let me know down below in the comments. But yeah, look, as a Star Wars fan, I think it looks radical. I think it looks wizard. I will be there, I don't know about day 1, but at least day 2, right? Because I don't want to get spoiled. But yeah, it looks phenomenal, like, truly. Like, now, this is not the biggest event film like, the sequels are, right? Where it's like, oh my God, what's going to happen next, right? Like, this is, it's not as big of a scale as that, but I still love these characters and this world and this show. So to see the show get basically a season 4 in movie form is very cool, and I am very excited. And I think this was a really good trailer, and I think it should hook people if they weren't hooked already. Metaphorically, and I think that at the end of the day, hopefully this is not a bomb, and it actually, a thermal detonator, and it actually does well and succeeds, and, maybe we'll get Mandalorian season 4, and, who knows, right? I know that Star Wars is very much not dead. It is very, very much alive, contrary to what certain people online are saying. Objectively, without argue, right? Star Wars is alive. It's doing well, and this hopefully will as well do well, and we don't have to throw the money down a well. But still, let me know in the comments what you think about the Mandalorian and Grogu trailer. Are you excited about this film? Are you going to be seeing it in theaters? I know I will be. I will be reviewing it. But yeah, let's talk about everything Star Wars and Mandalorian down below in the comments. Please keep it civil. We don't want World War III down below. Again, my last remarks. Looks good. Let me down below what you think, and please, please, please think critically. Thank you guys, and we'll see you in the next video. I gotta take some cough drops. Oh my gosh.